Welcome back, everyone.
Welcome back. And so you said you never actually went to college for any classes. Did you
Mm-mm.
ever think about going
I mean, when I
away to
was in high
college?
school, I thought I was going to. I took all AP classes. So a lot of those come with college credits if you take the AP exam. So I did things prepping to go to college. I just didn't.
Well, did you want to go away to college or did you
No,
want
I wanted
to stay
whatever was
local?
cheapest. Really, I didn't really care where I went. But then, me and my mom couldn't get along, so I moved out and bought my own house when I was still in high school. And
Oh yeah,
so,
that's right. God, you're gonna be a whole different idea. So the reason I asked, I forgot that you had already moved out when you were in high school. So it changes the dynamic of this. But one of the guys in my fire department, he's been living at the fire department throughout the summer. He just graduated high school last year and he started college 2 weeks ago or whatever the semester started.
mhm.
Excuse me. He's going local, so he's going to Georgetown, which is local to the area, but like the fire department stuff's in Maryland. Georgetown is in DC. Is not able to commute, but he's living at the dorms. A lot of people, when they get ready to go living at the dorms, it's they're excited. They're moving out for the first time, unlike you would be if you had gone away to college.
Mhm.
Well, this is the interesting thing. This guy, his dorm that he's at Georgetown, he has a roommate. They share a room. It's got like community bathrooms or whatever, but so there's no bathroom in the room. But I had college roommates and stuff too.
Mhm.
His roommate's female,
That's interesting.
and I was like, when did this change? And he
Mhm.
says, oh, I guess you can just select whether you want to have a male or a female roommate. So she said he wanted to have a female roommate.
I mean, yeah, why not? Is she hot?
And I don't know. I've never met her. I didn't see
Well,
any
that would have
pictures
been
of
my
her or
first
anything like
question to
that.
him.
I've asked him.
Okay.
He is just gets very shy, and well, it's funny because he came back the day before classes started. He came back to the fire department because he wanted to do some training with the fire department, and I was like, this is when he told me he had this female roommate. We're all eating dinner, and I was like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Because I started asking him why he was there. I'm like, it's the day before classes start. There's got to be some good parties and stuff going on at Georgetown right now. Like, you need to go over there and celebrate as a freshman your newfound freedom and go enjoy life as and go find these parties. And then his buddy will sit next to him and goes, oh yeah, you should hear about his roommate. And I was like, and that's where I got the first identification about the
Yeah.
roommate. So I kept giving him shit the entire time. I'm like, you are here the day before classes start because you wanted to do some fire department training where the place you've been living for the past 4 months.
Yeah.
When you just moved out, you moved into a dorm, and you have a female roommate, and it's the day before your classes start. Like, what is wrong with you?
Yeah.
But I can't imagine as an 18-year-old moving out. I was 17 when I started college, actually, when I first moved away to my first experience. I can't imagine a hormone disruption would have been happening in my body /
Right.
mind if I was just like female roommates,
Yeah, no, I totally agree. That seems kind of strange. Like,
it almost seems dangerous
yeah.
and I don't know if it's one of those things that it's because there's like the whole, yeah, because just saying that you need to be in a same-sex roommate, people of course are going to be like, well, there's gay people, there's bi people, like it's not just all about same sex doesn't solve the problems that you're talking about. And you're right, I understand that, and I think that's probably why they moved on to this type of thing. But he's not gay, at least he says he's not gay, and he says he didn't have to fill out anything saying that he was like gay or whatnot, which is why he
I mean, they can't ask that.
you're right, but I mean, you'd think if they were setting you up with like, I want to know what they asked her. Was it one of those things of like, are you okay with a male roommate, or
No, I bet
like,
it was
do
the
you
same
prefer?
thing. What do you want? I bet she said man.
That's kind of weird.
Why?
Not her saying that. Just in general, that colleges have opened up to that.
I
And maybe
think it's
just because
the way it. I mean, I think that we should have bathrooms and not men and women bathrooms.
oh no, creeper tried to kill me.
You
He
keep
did not
blowing the
succeed
damn
this
hole
time.
in this wall up here, Jeff.
Keep it was once, one other time.
I know it's twice. This is a pattern.
That's twice. Keep doing it.
Pattern forming. This is dangerous.
You think the bathroom should all be
Yeah.
gender neutral?
Yeah.
My hospital's moving to gender neutral bathrooms. Actually, they're single person though.
Like, did I tell you about the other day? I probably didn't tell you about this. Did I tell you about the bathroom thing with me and my grandma?
No.
All right. So, my grandma had a doctor's appointment, and she got it was about her bone density scan. So she got some new medicine for osteoporosis. Fix your mess here.
Well, I'm trying to. The pattern's killing me here, so I'm trying to look and see what I need.
I wonder where he come from. I wonder if he spawns on the pyramid. If so, we need to fix that, I guess.
Yeah, I didn't look up. It very well could have.
So afterwards, I take her to Harris Teeter because that's where I get her prescriptions filled, and walk around the grocery store bit. I brought a wheelchair that day, so I was just pushing her around, and so they were taking a while because the doctor had accidentally sent them to the wrong pharmacy because I just switched all our pharmacy stuff, so there was a bit of a mishap and whatnot. Do you have any wood on you by chance?
Yes.
You make torches. I ain't got none.
Oh, I just looked. I thought it fell all the way down.
So, anyways, we mingle around Harris Teeter for a while, and still come back to getting the prescriptions, and they're still not quite ready. And so we're just sitting there, and my girl was like, "Fine, like I gotta go to the bathroom." And I'm like, "All right, well, here I'll just wheel you into the men's room, because I can't really go with her into the women's room, but I can easily take her into the men's. I take my daughter in the men's restrooms, and now my daughter's at an age where I don't really have to do that anymore. But for the last couple of years, I have no problem with it. And if I'm somewhere where I don't know, if I don't feel safe about it, I still take her into the men's restroom. So anyways, I'm wheeling her in and going in the men's restroom, and I'm propping the door open. I'm halfway in, and this old man goes, "Sir, sir, sir!" He's like freaking out. Yeah,
sir.
And I'm like, I turn, I look at him. He goes, "That's the men's restroom," and I go, "Yeah, I'm familiar." He's like, "She's a lady."
She's a lady.
The way he said it too was just like he'd never seen one before. And I go, "Uh-huh." And then I pushed her right on in. And
she's a lady.
And so I pushed her in. And my girl wasn't too happy about it either. She's probably never been in a men's restroom either. And I know it's not exactly the same as my daughter because she's older and stuff. So I understand that there are differences between the two situations. But to me, this was the best compromise because she couldn't get up and down herself. She didn't have her walker with her.
It's either that you're pushing her into the ladies' restroom.
Right. Or yeah, I mean, yeah, you don't really have much of a choice in your case. Like one way or the other, somebody's going into a restroom that they might not necessarily be the most comfortable in. Right. So anyways, we go in, I help her use the bathroom, and no one even comes in during the time we're in there. No one was in. I went and checked before I brought her in there. No one was in there before. I was going to wait for them to come out if there was. And so it was very uneventful. And we get out, and that motherfucker's still there. And he goes, "She's not supposed to go into the men's restroom.
She not supposed to go in there."
And I was like, "Well, you know what? She didn't assault any men the whole time we were in there, so I guess it worked out this time." And the little pharmacist lady walks up and goes, "It's okay. He can do that." And that man just looked appalled, but the conversation was over at that point, at least. But yeah, it was just like this man could not understand what was happening.
It's the end of the world going on.
Yeah.
I mean, I went up in the first place to get like some of the glass, and that's when the whole blow up thing happened. And now I'm down here without any glass still. Yeah, I mean it's interesting because elderly are like like your children, in
right?
A way. You got to get taken care of, and you can't just be like, "Well, you got to go for it." They'll be there forever. They ain't coming back.
I remember.
Do you think that same guy would flip out if you brought your daughter into the bathroom with you?
I don't know. I've never had anyone act strange about that. You know, that seems, and I see tons of dads with little girls in the bathroom. So like, it's a thing that's, you know, commonplace as far as I'm concerned. I do know whenever me and Crystal first separated, my daughter wasn't super keen on the idea. She didn't want to go into the men's bathroom, and I wasn't super keen on the idea either. I remember one of the first bathrooms, it was at Chick-fil-A. I took her in. And right as we walk in the door, this man turns from the urinal, dick swinging, right in our faces, basically. Didn't zip up or nothing, just spun away from it. And I like, you know, luckily this was early on where I like kept my hand over her face whenever I take her into the bathroom. So she didn't see anything. But if I hadn't had my hand on her face, she'd had a dick in her face, basically. So
it's fucked up.
But, you know, at least now she's at an age where she goes on her own. There was a weird thing with the place where she goes to swim because they have signs up everywhere. Once your child reaches, so the only way to get to the pool is through the locker rooms. So you can't get there without walking through either the men or women's locker rooms, which is kind of a weird setup in itself, but I guess it is what it is. And so there's signs everywhere. Once your child reaches 5 years of age, they must be accompanied through their sex bathroom. Basically, they can't go, like my daughter wasn't supposed to go through the men's locker room, and you know, or whatever. But you know, she has to get changed to go wherever she's going after swim and all this. And so she, at 5 years old, she wasn't capable of doing all that on her own. So I just kept doing it. I kept bringing her in, taking her into the, you know, to one of the stalls and changing her and stuff. Well, yeah, exactly. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it didn't. But until I was comfortable knowing that she could change her own bathing suit and all that stuff on her own, then I was still accompanying her through. You know, I hope I don't run into our spawner as I'm digging straight through here.
Spawner,
the skeleton spawner, because I'm going to come right by it.
You might come close, actually.
My cat. I'm so tired of this cat throwing up. I don't know what to do other than euthanize him, and I just don't want to do it over the fact he throws up. But this is the 4th time today, and I'm just tired of cleaning up puke.
I mean, he's got to, like, die at some point on his own, right?
I guess. I mean, he keeps getting skinnier. He keeps puking more and more. And at this point, like, it's almost like dry heaving. Like, he just threw up again. Like I said, 4th time today. It's not a dry heave. It's just a small little bit. He basically went over to the cat dish, drank some water, and then came over and threw it up at my feet. So it's not even like chunks or anything. It's just a brown liquid at my feet. Anyways.
Well, I mean, does it look appetizing?
Nope, sure doesn't. Yesterday I was streaming, and he puked on his sister, basically. He got right in her face and started throwing up. And I'm like, Penny, are you going to move or are you going to get puked on? She just sat there, and then he puked, and she looked down at it like she was disgusted with him. And she still laid there and just kept laying there. He walked away. I don't know. I feel bad for him, but there's nothing I can do for the guy. I
mean, yeah, unless you probably do some expensive like cat surgery thingy.
Well, that's the thing. I went and paid $800 for a ultrasound, and they's like, well, we can't find anything. And that was after 3 doctor visits. I've already spent $1,200 on this cat to be told, I don't know.
And they don't know what's wrong. How old is the cat?
9. So not that old.
Yeah, not that young either.
No, but I mean, not, you know, indoor cats should live to be 15, 17 years old or whatever, 12, whatever. Like 9's still young enough where it's not like, well, he's just old, you know. I don't know. But my daughter doesn't want me to put him down, obviously. So every time I talk about it, she's like, no.
If your daughter was like, yeah, kill him, then you know you got up.
Right. You're raising a psychopath.
Have you kept up with Survivor Australia?
God, no. I did. I think I told you I found where I could get all of the last season, and I did that. But I haven't
done it yet.
I haven't watched it.
So I think there's another season. Somebody put a comment in, and I was afraid to read it, and they said, "Oh my God, did you hear what happened on Australian Survivor?" And then there was a lot more stuff, and I didn't read it.
Right.
And I didn't want to know, but I'm now wondering, like, how crazy did it get?
Yeah.
Like,
I started
I don't want a
watching.
spoiler though.
Right. Yeah, I started watching the new season of Alone, and that's what I've been watching. But I've been very interested in there's a couple books I've been super interested in, and that's at night. I'm either after I stream, while I'm like washing dishes, I'll either watch something on Netflix by the sink, or I'll listen to an audiobook. And I've been all audiobook for the last like 2 months, so I haven't watched a single thing. I still haven't watched Traveler season 3 even.
Oh my god!
Did you ever watch Dark on Netflix?
Never even heard of it.
It's really good. I mean, you can put that in your pile with Stranger Things, I guess. But it's season 2 finally just came out of that, and it's really good. It reminded me a lot of that Australian show that we both watched at different times and both told each other about at separate times.
Hell, I don't even remember what that was called already now.
No, long forgotten.
The town is Urana. I remember that.
Huh.
I only remember it because every time he said it, I was like, it sounds like he's in like some Australian courthouse. Yana?
Yana? That's really funny.
I'd like to show these documents to you.
That's funny.
God, what the hell was that show called?
You said the course like 4 something, right?
410, if I recall.
Okay, I got another 100 blocks to go. About
you ever seen the TV show back when it's an old series, but I realize it's on Amazon Prime, and I would love to watch it again, which I'm probably going to when I finish the last season of Stargate. That's there just because it keeps popping up on my like suggested feed or whatever the hell Amazon calls it. But called Dead Like Me.
No, I've heard of it, but I've never watched. I don't know anything about it.
It's like a very interesting concept of just like somebody dies in the first episode and they become like this guiding spirit angel, but it's really there's a society of them and they're just it's more of a comedy than it's not like it's like a a dramedy almost. I guess.
Right. Have you seen Good Omens?
No, again, never heard of it.
That's a Netflix thing based on a book by Terry Pratchett, and it's really good. I'd recommend it. It's very good. It's about like the apocalypse, and there's like it's a comedy kind of.
I do find the apocalypse hilarious.
Well, these angels basically like they're the angels and the demons have been around so long they've kind of become friends almost because they've kind of been dealing with the same shit all this time, and they've both been on Earth for like the last 600 years or whatever, so they ain't fighting or anything. They're just like they both know who they work for and they ain't mad at each other for it, and so they just hang out. But like one of them was in charge of keeping track of the Antichrist, and then there was a mishap that happened at his birth, and so no one actually knew where he was. And so I don't know. The whole thing is just really good. Like the story of how the Antichrist rises up. He doesn't know he's the Antichrist, and so he's just kind of spitballing ideas with his friends as he's basically about to take over the whole world. And it's just mainly because he's pissed off that people don't care about wells and stuff like this. And like, it's really good though.
It's called Bad Omen
or Good Omens, I think is what it's called.
Or Good Omens.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to check that out because that definitely sounds like a style of show that's right up my alley.
Yeah, it's good. It's good. The books are really good. I read the book. I did a bounty. Is how I found out. I did a bounty for the Amazon show, and I was like, wow, this looks really good. It's got one of the guys that played one of the early Doctors. I don't know if you ever watched Doctor Who. Early in the new seasons of Doctor Who, not early as in back in the 50s. But the book was really good, so then I watched the series too. Both were very good. Recommend it.
I'll tell you what keeps showing up on my Amazon feed as well is that what's that stupid not Sandra Bullock. Yeah, Sandra Bullock. The one where she
that was a Netflix show though. The Bird Box?
That was Amazon Prime because remember we did a bunch of bounties for it.
Okay, we must be talking about something else. Oh no, yeah, not Bird Box. You're talking about the Julia Roberts show.
Yes, Julia Roberts. You're right. It wasn't.
Is there a season 2 of that?
I No, it's like advertisements for that first season.
That was good. So I remember watching the first episode for the bounty, and we just shit all over it the whole time.
Oh yeah, absolutely. It looked like the strangest, most fucked up thing in the world that didn't make any sense at all. I remember you saying that you had watched it, and it was actually you watched the whole first season or whatever, and it was actually way better than you.
Oh yeah, it was like the first episode was like shot by like students trying to learn cinematography, but then they chilled the fuck out for the rest of the show basically, and stopped like switching between 15 different camera angles for every single scene and stuff. And the story was really good. So yeah, I enjoyed that. I went from pooping on it for the bounty to actually watching it and liking it.
I'll have to. I'm so tempted to check it out, but still, the problem is the Amazon Prime like logo and little videos and stuff that are there for it that'll start playing, or the ads that pop up at the beginning. Amazon Prime is pretty big on throwing ads at the beginning of a show. They're only 30 seconds and you can skip them, but it still is.
It's not as bad as Hulu though. Hulu is just like have some fucking ads.
Oh god, Hulu's non-ad free version is like just ads.
Right. It's like watching ridiculous. Regular television, basically.
But it's like it's so similar to the same ones that were done for the bounty. The commercials are. I still have no idea what it's about.
Right. God, it's been so long since I watched it, and it depicts Julia Roberts as a bad guy for a long time.
And that's what we were saying, that it looks like from the videos the things that she's clearly the bad guy, but then you start questioning whether she really is, even by the end of the
yeah, she's definitely not, like once you get to watching the show.
Well, ruined, can't watch.
Yeah, don't even bother. But no, it was pretty good. I liked like the style and stuff too, which is funny because that's one of the things I was shitting on early on, was the style, the way they were shooting everything, but then like the way they decorate everything to be like that time period and stuff. They did a good job with that. I don't know. I enjoyed it. And it was kind of one of those things where you thought you knew what was going on, and then you didn't, and then you thought again, and then you still were wrong.
What time period is it supposed to be in?
I think the 80s is when she's I think, or maybe the early 90s, but definitely not like current, because she leaves that job working for that institute, and then so half of the show is like current day, and half of it is back then, and like what's changed and what these people are doing and how it all works together and stuff. I finally hit the water, and this is going to work out the same way, where we're going to have a water feature here between the two islands.
I've been extending this water feature.
Oh, nice.
I feel like I got to the ravine. I did.
Oh, good.
Or I'm like 5 blocks before the ravine.
Okay.
So I want to come check out. So you can see yours now at the...
I just hit the first block of water.
Hi, Mr. Man.
Mr. Man.
So... These drowns sound so just like terrifying.
They do.
God, there's so many of them. Good lord. Get the hell out of here. Oh my god, there's so many of them.
They're so slow, though. I think there's a zombie spawner down there. That's the only thing that makes sense to me.
Or we've lit up so much other stuff because of our superb cave exploring.
Yeah, I don't know if they can just spawn. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know if that's a thing. They just spawn in the water sometimes. Maybe they do. I thought that they had to start off as a zombie, but I could be completely wrong about that.
Oh, no, I think they spawn in the water.
Okay. As a drowned?
As a drown, yeah.
Okay.
It's a random chicken out here. Way out in the water. So you gotta be... There you are.
Hi. This one worked out really well, where it's like how you wanted the other one to be, where it's all just right.
Well, actually, the other one stayed about like that for the whole thing. I thought the ground dipped down a lot more. It stayed pretty level up until the ravine.
Nice. Okay. There's a ravine I hit in this one too, and I've left it open so far. I don't figure we can decide what we want to do with it. But yeah, we can figure out how to connect this walkway over here somehow. And this could be how we enter the pyramid, is through here. I want to make these tunnels look cooler than they do now. I don't want them to just be stone, but we'll have to figure out how we do that, I guess. Maybe concrete or something, some colored concrete with different colored lines or something. I don't know.
I say we make it out of straight up bamboo.
What, out of like
Reeds.
scaffolding or what?
Yeah, scaffolding and reeds. That's the mixture. That's the new color palette.
What a nightmare.
Pure emerald blocks the entire way.
God, good luck getting that many emeralds. There's probably a better way to get emeralds, I guess. But anyways, I guess we should stop here. We've made some pretty good progress today. Things are looking...
I keep forgetting I have this looting sword that I'm not using on these guys to try to get their spears.
All right, y'all. We'll see you next time.
All right. See you guys.